Today we're gonna kick it off with a full body workout. We're gonna be going through every element. Let's get started. The first is gonna be the warm up. We're gonna do a 5-minute AMRAP, nice and easy pace. AMRAP sounds for as many rounds, reps as possible. We're gonna start off with 10 air squats, 10 lunges, and then 10 sit-ups. For the air squat, feet be directly underneath the shoulders, toes slightly turned out. You're gonna send your hips straight down, getting your hip crease below top of the thigh. Once you reach depth, you're gonna stand all the way to the top. You're gonna perform those 10 repetitions, then you'll go straight into those 10 lunges. Forward walking lunge steps or static lunges like so. If for whatever reason this is a difficulty or you have knee issues, you can always do reverse lunges, alternating legs. Then you'll come to the floor. If you have an ab mat, you're gonna wanna flip that upside down so the writing is upside down, and you're gonna place that ab mat on your lower back. We'll talk about the purpose of this later, so stay tuned for that. We are going to perform those 10 sit-ups. Your legs can be completely straight, bent, or butterflied out to the side, whatever you prefer. 10 repetitions, shoulder blade touch, hands touch, and I'll swing my arms up, hitting that top range of motion. So you're going to do as many rounds and reps as you can, 5 minutes, nice and easy pace. Then we'll get to today's mobility. If you guys are not making mobility or stretching or any sort of a dynamic warm-up important into your routine, highly recommend following along. All right, so this band is from Rogue Fitness. You can get the link below. This is a red band, is about a 1/4 inch thick. We're gonna start off with shoulder pass-through. So I'm gonna shrug my shoulders, bring the arms up and over, all the way underneath, and then unshrug. You're gonna do 30-second segments for today's mobility. So we'll do 30 seconds of the pass-throughs, then we'll go 30 seconds of around the world where one arm follows or starts, the other arm will follow. So we'll go one direction for 30 seconds, then you'll switch other direction for the other 30 seconds. Now, if you don't have a band, you could always use a PVC pipe or even broomstick. The band will give you a little more give in this exercise, which will help. Then you're gonna do pull apart, So hands out in front, straight. You're going to pull your shoulder blades back, squishing them back. Then you're gonna pull the band to our chest, return back to center. If at any point this is too much, you can release to one band. It'll be a little bit less tension. So 30 seconds pull aparts. Then we'll go pull down, so arms overhead like a martini glass, nice and long versus bent. So extend it out. Even though I love wine glasses, today we want a martini glass. I'm gonna pull down, keeping tension in the band as I slowly release up. So pull downs. Then from there, we're gonna stand on the band. We are going to create small tension, so my feet about hip width distance apart, bring the band to the neck, and you'll perform 30 seconds of banded good mornings. Then, after those 30 seconds, I'll widen my stance, bring my feet and thighs on the inside, and I'll perform 30 seconds of banded squats. Now, for whatever reason you can't get full depth, like I'm demonstrating here, that's fine. If you can get full range of motion, that's perfect, but no need to in this exercise here for the warm-up. That is one round. You're gonna complete a total of 2 rounds for this banded warm-up. Then, we're going to get to our lifting component. Today, we're going to be doing 12 back rack reverse lunge steps, and we're gonna superset that with a 30-second plank hold either on your palms or your forearms. Let's go over movement standards and points of performance. So you wanna imagine the bar being on a rack. It should be about shoulder height or slightly under the shoulders. This is going to allow you to kind of pull yourself under and then stand without having to go into the tippy toes. You do not want to have to go into your tippy toes when you're loading or unracking or racking a load, specifically the bar. All right, so hands are gonna be close to the body. You'll notice that I like to have my thumb on top versus wrapped underneath, right? So I prefer this, so if for whatever reason, I feel like I can't get up out of it and I need to drop the bar behind me, I can drop it and slide forward. Granted, these are lunges versus squats, so it's a little different, but I prefer consistency of my training, so I like to have my thumb on top. So I'll stand up from the rack, take a small step back. From here, I'll have my feet about hip width distance apart. I'll take one leg back, say I start with my left leg, back knee touches the ground, then I'll return to standing position, then I'll alternate my legs here. So the focus is to stay balanced about that midfoot, and as I step back, again, my knee will touch, creating a 90-degree angle with both legs, then I press and return to standing. You're gonna perform 12 reps, so 6 total, alternating sides. You'll rack the bar, then you'll come to the floor, and you'll do a plank position either on your palms or your forearms. Just make sure your butt isn't high up in the air. You want to think of almost tucking your pelvis under, pressing through the palms. You always can modify to the knees where you lift your toes. If you do have your toes in contact with the ground, they're about hip width to shoulder width distance. For the back rack lunges and the plank, we're gonna do a total of 3 sets. You're gonna rest about 2 minutes between sets. Now, if you ideally can add a load to each set, that would be great. If for whatever reason you don't have a barbell, you could always do this with dumbbells, either one dumbbell on each hand or a goblet squat. It can be a modification. You also can do kettlebell as well, but the barbell, again, might be a little more even on the back, depending on what you have comfortable or what you have access to and you're comfortable with. So again, add weight for each set if possible. Rest or 30-second plank hold and then rest 2 minutes. Repeat for a total of 3 sets. Once you wrap that up, we're gonna do conditioning. Today is gonna be an AMRAP. We're gonna do 8 minutes, as many rounds and reps as possible, similar to the workout. We're gonna have a couplet. So couplet means 2 movements. We are going to be doing barbell thrusters and sit-ups. So for the barbell thruster, we'll go over points of performance. Again, you can always alternate to a dumbbell or kettlebell if you only have that as an option. So for the barbell, it essentially would start on the floor. You're gonna have your hook grip. I always usually prefer this as it allows me to relax my hands and not death grip the bar. From here, bar will be mid-shin. From here, I am going to make sure a mosquito doesn't bite me because there's mosquitoes in here today. I'm gonna pull my knees out of the way, hips and shoulders rise together. Once I pass my knee, I'm gonna pull the bar into my high thigh. I'm gonna jump, shrug, pull myself under, receiving in that bottom of the squat position, and then finish the thruster. So essentially the thruster is in the start position here. My hip crease will go below the top of the thigh like a squat. As I come up, I pop my hips, transfer momentum from my hips into my shoulders and into the arms. I'll return the bar back to the shoulders and then back into the bottom of the squat. So it looks like so. You just wanna make sure you're pulling your chin out of the way so you don't hit your chin. You're gonna perform 6 repetitions of the thrusters with a barbell. You can always modify to a dumbbell or kettlebell. If you have a kettlebell and you only have one, you could hold it like so, where the handle is down, and you'll go like so, where it's modified. Other option is to do 3 reps with the kettlebell in one arm, switch 3 reps with the kettlebell in the other arm. Same thing works for dumbbells. If you have to do 2 dumbbells, great. If not, just utilize 1. After those 6 reps, we'll come to the ab mat. Now again, we're going in the ab mat upside down, like so. The reason for this is that this bigger cushion and portion of the mat is gonna go by your lumbar spine, where you have more space. When I go to sit back in the ab mat, sit up, my sit bones or butt cheeks are off the backside. As I sit down, my spine is gonna press into the ab mat. And as I sit up, the spine is pressing into the ab mat, allowing me to utilize my abdominal muscles a little bit more. It's okay to swing the arms, meaning I swing, pull myself up. For this workout, we're looking for intensity, so I want you to continuously move through these movement patterns and exercises. So I go all the way down, shoulder blades touch, and then I come all the way up, shoulders on top of the hips. If you want to use more of your abs, butterfly your feet, so soles of your feet to come together, knees out to the side, and you'll take out a little bit of the hip flexors. You're still utilizing your hip flexors, just not as much. If you don't have a ab mat, you can grab one linked below from Rogue, or you could use a rolled up towel, a sweatshirt, a pillow of any sort. As many rounds and reps as you can in the 8-minute time frame. Once you finish that up, our cool down or accessory is gonna be a seated straddle. So we're gonna spend 3 minutes in the seated straddle. The seated straddle looks like so. We're gonna get our legs as wide as possible. We are gonna spend 3 minutes here. 1 minute to the right, 1 minute to the left, and 1 minute to the center. You don't have to do that order. You can do whichever order you feel comfortable with, but you wanna make sure you're utilizing your leg or some sort of your body to hold yourself down. You could do a kettlebell or even dumbbell there as well. Once you're done with the 3 minutes, you're wrapped up for today's workout. Again, this is a full body workout that I include a warm up, mobility, a strength, and then the conditioning, and then a cool down for today. If you guys want more, feel free to comment below, share with others. If you want to follow along, I have a Prepare, Endure, Survive program that is like this style, 5 workouts with 2 rest days, but one of those rest days includes some journal work and some mindset work. So if you're looking for a coach to help guide you and you want more of a plan to follow along, please feel free to reach out to me, comment below, and I will get back to you as well. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you next time.